Hey guys, so what is going on? Lego Man Once here, and welcome back to another Lego News video. Where today we'll be taking a look at some recent set images for Lego Ninjago sets for 2022. So without further ado, let's get into it. So starting off, we have the Lego Ninjago Lloyds Ninja Mech set 71757, and this is a 4+ set, and it really reminds me of the 4+ set, which was Jay's Thunder Mech for like the Tournament of Element wave of sets for Legacy. It does have a very similar design, but I believe there are some parts what are different, but I'm not too sure what they exactly are. But I think the color scheme works really nicely with like the green and the gold, and the minifig selection for a 4+ set is pretty basic, but I definitely think it's great. Next we have the Zanes Power Up Mech EVO. Hopefully I am saying that correctly. I actually thought it meant like evolution, but it's just like shortened down into 3 letters, but I'm really not too sure. And this is set 71761. And I must say, it's a very basic design for a mech. It almost looks like the Zane's Titan mech, but it's like shrink down with very basic pieces. But I do really like the color scheme for it with like the blue, the gold, the white, and like that really nice piece in the translucent. And the build for the mech is very simple, but I think it's really effective with like that new piece, what they use for like the arms and the legs. I'm not too sure if it is a new piece, but it definitely does look like a new piece of like that sort of a blue part where you see like the arm and leg attachments. So there definitely seems to be a lot of movement with that possibly new piece where like you could rotate it in all sorts of directions. But apart from that, I think it's a very simple build, but also really effective, and the minifig selection is definitely great as well. Then we have Jay's Thunder Dragon EVO, and this is set 71760. And I must say, I'm really disappointed in this set. The dragon just looks really basic with just a very disappointing design of like the wings. But like, I must say, the head shape is definitely really cool, but just like the body just seems way too compacted and like very skinny, especially like the wings. Like, I've never seen a Ninjago dragon with such small wings, with like such a big sort of body. Just the proportions of it just don't work, and it just looks really disappointing because Lego have definitely made some incredible dragons, and this just isn't one of them. But I do really like the color scheme with like that sort of yellowy gold color and that sort of a blue color. Next, we probably have one of my favorite sets for this wave of Ninjago sets, and that is Lloyds Race Car EVO set 71763. Now, this set is almost perfect. I really love the design for the car because it is a very similar design to Lloyd's sort of car in the Sons of Garmadon wave of sets, which I think was back in like 2018 or 19, because I really love the design for that and really love the color scheme for it. The overall design for the set as well definitely does look really awesome. However, the thing I don't like is the vehicle for the snake sort of henchman. I think apart from that being in there, this set is almost perfect, but I can understand why they put it in there, but I just don't think it was necessary. And unlike Jay's Thunder Dragon, I definitely think Kai's Fire Dragon EVO set 71762 is a lot more better. I really love the design for it, with like the whole color scheme with like the gold, the reds, and the orange. The overall shaping for it as well is definitely a big improvement compared to Jay's Thunder Dragon. And then also the wing design, I definitely think is a little better. Instead of just having like 2 small wings, I actually have 4 sort of medium-sized wings, but I just wish the wings were a little more bigger to sort of match the proportions of the dragon. The minifig selection as well is definitely okay, but just like the previous set, I don't see the point in the sort of snake henchman having any sort of flying vehicles or any of that type of stuff, because it just adds to the price of the set, where this set is almost perfect. Next we have Jay and Nia's Race Car EVO, and this is set 71776. I must say the minifig selection for this set is definitely great, but the build for the helicopter, it just looks off to me. Like, the color scheme is very interesting. I've really never seen a helicopter like that. I've only seen like real traditional colors for like helicopters in like Lego City, but the design for it is just really strange, and it just sort of decreases the value in this set because I really love the design and the color scheme for Jane's race car. I definitely think it looks really awesome of like the whole design for it, and it definitely does remind me of Lloyd's Race Car or that set from Sons of Garmin, which I did previously talk about. Next we have Lloyd's Legendary Dragon, which is set 71766, and wow, this is such an awesome build for a dragon, and it is definitely better than the previous dragons that we have taken a look at, because I really love the design for it and like just the overall look of it. I really love the color scheme, and the wing size definitely matches the proportions unlike the previous dragon, and I think just the overall shaping for it as well looks really awesome. I think like that sort of a rounded part at the sort of front of the body is definitely a very interesting design, and I'm interested to see how they actually do that and just the overall structure for it as well. The minifig selection is definitely great, but just like the other previous sets, I don't see the point in adding like these sort of vehicles or like these sort of contraptions what the henchmen have, because it just adds to the value of the set, where this set is already at its like prime peak, being like the perfect set. Then we have the Ninja Ultra Combo Mech set 7165, and I must say, wow, this thing looks incredibly awesome. It really does remind me of like those Power Ranger mechs with like a bunch of sort of animals slash vehicles combining to make this really awesome mech. Or even like Voltron, I definitely think it looks really awesome. And I love how like each of them have their own sort of separate vehicle, creating like the legs, the body, the arms. And I really hope you're able to like make the vehicle and then like destroy to actually combine it with the mech. So I do hope it's like a 2-in-1 where you can create this mech, but then also like these separate vehicles for each of the ninja. And I must say, the overall shaping and design for it as well looks really awesome. And I like how some aspects of it sort of match the elemental power or the ninja itself. So for instance, red would represent Kai, and then white would represent Zane. And unlike a previous set where I said that the contraption slash vehicle for the henchman doesn't work, in this case I think it does, because I think it has a very unique design to it. It sort of seems like a mech itself, because unlike the previous sets, they have like these helicopters, these like sort of contraptions with like the pan on it, but I just don't think they work as well as this one does. Then, finally, we have the Lego Ninjago Ninja Dojo Temple set 71767, and wow, this set is really awesome. I love the overall design for the dojo, the color scheme, how it looks, the shaping of it, and I definitely think it has that really traditional design to it, what most dojos do have. And apart from other sets, I definitely think the minifig selection for this set is quite perfect actually, because I really love possibly the new variant for Pixel, because really we really don't see her too often in Ninjago sets, so I'm really glad we're getting her. And I really hope with the Ninja Dojo Temple, it's like a key location, because usually with these type of sets, they have like maybe one episode dedicated to it and just like make a set immediately on it. So I really hope this has some sort of big impact on the ninja, and it just has a very key sort of idea for the overall season 4 Ninjago. I must say, the builds for the other parts of the dojo are definitely very interesting, with like that sort of bridge and like that very small island, and also like that sort of part where Pixel is. But I just think there's way too much going on in this set. You have like the Kai Mech versus like a snake sort of car thing. I just don't think that was necessary. I think if they just primarily focused on the Dojo Temple, this set would be like 100% perfect. So I hope you guys did enjoy this video, because I really did enjoy sharing my thoughts and opinions on the Lego Ninjago sets for 2022. But I must say, this is probably one of the most disappointing ways of Ninjago that I have seen in quite a while. There's only a select few sets that actually really interest me, and they are the two most expensive sets, which were the final two sets that we did take a look at, and also probably Lloyd's Legendary Dragon. But apart from the sets, I must say the box art was very, very interesting. It had this sort of anime look to it, like this very cartoonish way to it, not like other box arts have for Ninjago sets in the past, but it just had such a unique design to it, almost like hand drawn art in a way. It's really hard to explain, but the thing I found really interesting about the box art, and also very surprising, was that Master Wu was on every box design for each of these sets. So this could possibly mean that he has a tie-in with this new season of Ninjago, or possibly, and I really hope this isn't the case, but this could be his final season before like he departs or something.